Welcome back here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. A big night last night. A lot of shakeups. Let me not say a lot of shakeups, but some shakeups. Being a little dramatic in that tone, but some shakeups there. Julie Kay, how are you doing? I mean, it was a tight turnaround for us coming in this morning.
I'm tired. Are you tired?
I'm tired. I'm dragging a little bit.
We're making it work.
a late night for us in the newsroom covering the primary elections. You were at Michael Watley, his watch party. I was at Ricky Robinson's watch party, but a big races that we've been covering and been tracking, these North Carolina House seats and the Democratic primary there. You're talking about incumbent Carla Cunningham and Representative Majid. Yeah, that was interesting. Carla Cunningham. Let's start there. Carla Cunningham.
Yeah. So, and I have not spoken to the person yet who won that race. I'm going to a little bit later. But just to put that race to perspective, we've talked a lot about Representative Cunningham because she has made some very bold stances against the Democratic Party, voting to override multiple of Governor Stein's vetoes. The most viral of them, I would say, being the one. She voted in favor of the bill to force sheriffs to work more closely with immigration enforcement. Of course, there's kind of a storied saga there between her and Sheriff Gary McFadden. But she said some pretty inflammatory things about immigration that went pretty viral just for it being very out of line with what the Democratic messaging has been. And so a lot of people pointed to that being why she lost this primary by a significant margin. I mean, it was not a close race. And then the same can be said for Representative Majid, who by a very similar margin lost to a political newcomer. I just spoke with her, Representative-elect Levy. She said that she was not surprised either by this. Now, Representative Majid also had a similar story of siding with Republicans on some of these House overrides. For example, there was one bill where it specified that the state only recognizes two genders. And so that was out of line with what Democrats would typically vote for. And then both Representative Cunningham and Representative Majid voted in favor of the Duke Energy bill, the one that gets rid of some key energy targets or environmental targets that a lot of critics and environmentalists say could be raising money that you have to pay out of pocket. And so that also put kind of the nail in the coffin for these two, it sounds like. Not surprising, but I think it was surprising that it was in such big numbers that they lost these races.
Yeah, it was a wide margin in both those races. And they both are unopposed coming in the general election.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they're both representative-elects now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess before I let you go, I know you're going to interview Rodney Sadler, who was endorsed by Governor Stein.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to hear from him? What are I guess some of the questions that you plan to ask him?
Well, I'll probably ask him very similar things to what I asked Miss Levy. I am curious how much immigration played a role in him wanting to run and what his stance is on that, because in that race specifically, that was really the deciding factor against Cunningham, it seems like, from what I've heard from voters. And so I want to hear about that from him. And just what do they do now? They've got a few months, both of them, before they take office. So they're not in office yet. But got quite a few months before January where they have some momentum, getting to talk to voters. Like, what is the plan? And I'm also curious overall if this is a larger sign of Mecklenburg County going in a more progressive direction, because both these candidates were more progressive than the incumbents. And I think that's, regardless of the overrides, the veto overrides, I think it might signal an interesting direction for the party here.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. Usually the primary is a precursor to what happens in the general election. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Granted, those two running unopposed. Always interesting with those unopposed primaries where you have the primary, you win, it's a heated primary, and then you wait for months until you actually get into office. So
a lot of time here.
A lot of time. Just a lot of time. But the work doesn't stop. Julie, when can folks catch your story tonight?
5 and 6.
5 and 6 o'clock, you'll catch Julie Kay covering all things politics for us. Julie, thank you.
Thank you.